Hello, hello. It is day 89 of 365 days of my raw suspending disbelief journey. It is July 20th, 2024, and today I took a time out from all of the online stuff, all of the work and planning and all the things, even with the Spiral of the Rose podcast launch coming up on Monday, just a few days away, and lots to still do to have things pre-scheduled and set and finalized so that there's not any last minute work. I suspended disbelief that I was going to have enough time, and I just focused on taking actions based on the intentions that I had set the day before. So I spent a lot of time on setting intentions, getting really tuned in, all of that. And I continued on with setting intentions today. And then I also started taking some super duper aligned actions along with it. Got my finances, I did get them in order before, but I got it laid out to where it will be more sustainable for me ongoing. I got it to the point where, I won't forget about a bill. I won't forget about an incoming payment or an outgoing payment, right? So that things are smoother, just less bumpy going on from this point. I also spent some time. Actually, I spent a lot of time down in my office today, which is unusual, but it's so hot here, and at least it's a little bit cooler down in the basement. So I had the kids kind of overhaul their spaces upstairs, and then as the day got hotter, we moved downstairs, and they were kind of overhauling their spaces downstairs while I overhauled my office, and I just really felt like that energetic reset, similar to when I moved my bedroom around. The kids moved their bedrooms around, stuff like that. And just, I let them just do what they wanted with it. Cadence is old enough that she was able to help them actually move the physical furniture in their bedroom for the younger two. And they had such a blast doing it and were super occupied so that I could focus on what I wanted to do and so on, right? So it was great, and it just feels like the whole house sort of got an overhaul, and I could really feel the difference in the energy. So really, really enjoyed that, and feeling like I have a sturdier foundation to move forwards as far as finances go. And then also kind of what's the word, chomping at the bit, I guess is what I'm looking for. So chomping at the bit to move forward with the podcast launching stuff, and with I was inspired to open up a couple of one-on-one spots, and that is something that I haven't done for a couple of years. I've been doing all group stuff or membership type stuff for a couple of years, and that's been really aligned because just the phase of life that I'm at, that I've got young kids at home, and I didn't ever have a day where, or very rarely had days where my youngest wasn't at home with me because she's not in school yet, and so on. But come September 1st, well, whatever day, but around the beginning of September, she is starting preschool and will be gone for the mornings, Monday to Friday. So I will have consistent quiet time to get work done at that point, and to be able to have client calls. And that's been the hardest thing for me, is scheduling calls, scheduling trainings, scheduling, and it just made it super impossible, not impossible, but very difficult to book one-on-one calls, because they're so much more time consuming and also usually at a higher price point and are wanting, I want to be able to give them my full attention and not be distracted by the 4-year-old and so on. So, so yeah, just, it was sort of sudden that it came on, that I got this hit of inspiration, and downloaded, just like channeled a bunch of stuff as far as building out a new framework for my one-on-one and all of that. Because again, it's been a couple of years, and who I am and what I do in my business and all of that has shifted astronomically, like in a really, really massive way, over the last couple of years. So, not quite completely starting from scratch, but a little bit of reinventing the wheel going on, and just knowing that it's going to look very, very different now that I've brought in the shamanism certifications, and that I'm doing healing work as well as coaching. So it's a different combination. It looks different. It feels different. And I decided to open up 2 spots at a beta price just to, work out any kinks with the new plan and go from there. But I'm really excited to start working one-on-one again, actually. It's not something that I really want to scale. I don't want to be working mostly one-on-one, but I love working one-on-one with the right people. I love having those one-on-one clients. They're really powerful, usually movers and shakers, right? They're the ones that are like getting the big wins really quickly and making the big moves and taking those leaps off cliffs that I'm so famous for, right? That's like, I help my clients to do as well, and feel safe doing, or safer at least. But anyway, it just, yeah, I'm really excited to start with that again. That opens up like a month and a bit of time to fill those spaces before I actually start coaching, doing one-on-one calls once the kids are back in school. And it just, everything feels very layered and amazing. So I've got like, the Spiral of the Rose podcast launch is on Monday, the 22nd of July, and like in just a couple of days. And then I am focusing back on filling the spots in the Wild Feminine Leaders Inner Circle until the end of the month and beyond. We'll start at the beginning of August now. We've pushed it back a little bit. And yeah, so looking forward to kind of focusing on that for a couple of weeks. And then I've got, after that, my main focus will be filling my one-on-one and actually getting my Heartbeats Harbor podcast relaunched, which is happening September 1st. As well as like I'm putting the finishing touches on my meditations album, which I've been pre-selling for a year, and it is ready to actually go live. And I am over the moon about it. Like, I'm so happy with how it's turned out. I'm so proud of it. I'm so in love with it. I still have not set an official release date because I swear I curse myself when I do that, and I always end up having to move it. So I still haven't done that, but it is, for any of you who are listening who purchased pre-purchased a copy, it is moving. It is still moving. It is still making progress and moving forward. So super, super excited about that. And that will be also launching, officially being released in this sort of same time frame. So I've got just all of these layers of amazing things going on, and I can just feel that momentum building. And I've also just had this sort of consistent, powerful shift around the Butterfly Network, my business membership. It's been really, really lit up and on fire lately. Like, just, it's so powerful. The shifts have been incredible. Caitlin, who I brought on as a co-coach for it, and I are working on building out the different tiers of that, and figuring out the pricing structures, the focus structures, all of that. And it's just like, there are there's a lot of balls in the air, and that's how I love it, but it can be a lot. So, trying to make sure that I maintain that balance and maintain uh, the house and the being present with the kids and the self-care and all of those pieces, as well as the business, because there are so many pieces of the business right now that if I let it, it could take over my life. So, but really, really loving and really, really in alignment with all of the pieces, all of the different things that I've got going on, and just they all feel amazing. They all feel so aligned and powerful, like really, really powerful. There's just been so many shifts lately. I can't, I swear, make a post without having somebody drop a testimonial on it. It's incredible. Just having the results just flying in feels absolutely brilliant. So, yeah, and having looked at my finances for the next year, basically, like I've got them laid out. Everything is like super carefully done because I was like, I don't want to, do a month and then not start again. And that's sort of been my thing, right? I'll focus on it for a little bit and then I'll drop it, and then I'll focus on it for a little bit and then I'll drop it. So I did a really long stretch this time. And it will just be a matter of going in and updating like little tweaks here and there when things change. And that's a lot less daunting. So I fully believe, again, I'm suspending disbelief that I'm going to be able to maintain that going forward. And by all accounts, by everything, the way that it looks, my financial situation will be improving drastically in the next 3 months. And that's without making any further sales. So, since I know that many further sales are incoming, it is super, super exciting. And I'm looking so forward to it. So, yeah, absolutely feeling confident that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be right now, and loving every minute of my life. And even the harder ones, it's hot and it's smoky here and the kids and I are like sweating and miserable half the time because of it. But it's because it's so smoky, we can't even really spend a lot of time outside, like cooling off in the pool or in the sprinkler or things like that. So it's a little bit tough. And even the air conditioner sucks in that smoke from outside. So I try not to run it too much in the house, in my bedroom. And that's tough. That's tough when it's this hot. So, maybe first world problems, but the smoke sucks. And anyway, yeah, aside from that, though, everything just feeling amazing. So that's what I have for you guys today. And I will talk to you all tomorrow.